I'm riding an open canoe down a rocky mountainside. What could possibly go wrong?
Michael Kelso is unique, to say the least. The simple and lovable goof is the best character on the show and is one of the greatest characters in sitcom history. I'm Dirtbag and welcome to the channel. In this video I'll be starting a new series I've been working on where I'm taking characters from TV shows and movies and I'm going to be putting them into the Vigor Tester to figure out what their special stats, traits, and perks would be if they were in the Fallout universe. I decided to start off with Kelso from that 70s show. I feel like he's a good starting point for these videos, and if you like it, I really appreciate it if you subbed so that I'll know to do more. But with that out of the way, let's start the video. For this next part, I decided to list off both strength and perception at the same time. I hope you'll understand here in a sec. And throughout the show's run, Kelso has gotten his ass kicked by many people, the most noteworthy ones being Hyde, who constantly beats him up, the cheese guy that Jackie cheats with, and Donna having easily the highest amount of raw power of anyone in the show. But while not just physical, Red's intimidation is enough to pacify Kelso and stop him completely. But with that in mind, though he isn't the weakest character we've seen among the group, with Eric taking that, and Kelso had shown to overpower Fez at least once, I'm going to give Kelso at least a 6 out of 10 in strength, with Fez being the base at 5 and Donna being the max at 10. With how many times Kelso has gotten hit in the eye and that one time he left his gun at the playground, you can tell when you don't have your gun on you. You know, it doesn't make any sense. So for these reasons, Kelso's getting a 3 out of 10 in perception.
My hands are huge! They're like boxing gloves! I am the greatest.
Okay, champ, whatever you... Tree?
Kelso has shown a somewhat superhuman level of endurance, with the whole canoe incident, beatings from Hyde, and falling off the water tower at least once in every grade, and in the series finale without any serious injuries. But it should also be mentioned that his endurance doesn't just stop at the physical, as the one time he suffered from an allergic reaction from eating eggs, he didn't even notice his body was reacting. And for all these reasons, he's going to get a perfect 10 out of 10 in endurance.
God, we are such the perfect couple.
I'm cold too.
Well, damn, Jackie, I can't control the weather.
Charisma is something that I thought would be a no-brainer when starting my research, thinking that it would be a perfect 10 out of 10. But after some thought, I noticed that Kelso really doesn't convince anyone of anything ever initially. With all that in mind, he's still an extremely outgoing person who can get away with more than most can. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 in charisma.
Dad, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, my arm hurts.
Red, you're all clammy. Red, I think you're having a heart attack.
No, open your eyes. He's having an arm attack.
Michael?
Now for intelligence. Yeah, this boy is an idiot. Let me go ahead and list off just a couple of not even all of the reasons. Let me list off a couple of reasons for y'all. Left his gun at the playground. Started 6 different fires. He asked, how do hot dogs survive in the wild without eyes? Re-eating laxative brownies right after eating some. Dropped on his head as a baby. They did a brain scan on him at the hospital and found nothing. And that time when he glued his hand to his face and the fridge. That's not even listing everything. So he's going to get a 2 out of 10. At least, you know, he can speak. That's literally it. At least he can speak properly.
I got my eye on you two. Get down.
All right!
Woohoo! Beer!
Now on for agility. There isn't really much to discuss here. The only times that Kelso is shown to be faster than anyone is when Donna started running for Eric on the beach, and Kelso catches up to her. While this might not seem like much, Donna did start running a full second before Kelso, who was picking himself off the ground. So for these reasons, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10.
That's French all you want, I totally won.
Hey, you guys wouldn't happen to know what time it is, would you?
It's always 1 o'clock in Funland. We're ready.
Oh, yeah!
That's how it's always been, which means it's 1 o'clock in Funland.
And Kelso's luck is weird. Other than falling off the water tower at least once every year for his school career without, without any serious injuries or anything worse like Charlie did, and getting a 1030 on the SATs, there really isn't anything much to talk about. But I guess for all these reasons, he's going to get a 7 out of 10.
Oh. Well, I have a date too.
Who is it? What's his name?
His name is... not important. What's important is... he's better than you. In every conceivable way.
Damn, Jackie, that could be anybody!
For traits, I chose hot-blooded since he has a tendency to fly off the handle over small issues, and Wild Wasteland since it's all been one strange trip in Foreman's basement.
Shouldn't Jackie be here by now?
Yeah, she's supposed to go on in like a minute. I don't think she's gonna show up.
What? No, but we were gonna do this whole segment on sluts. And I was gonna be the slut expert. That's the only kind of expert I'm ever gonna be.
Now for perks, I'm going to give him Idiot Savant, which activated with his quick beer math and when soldering Red's Pong machine. Lady Killer for all the sleuths Kelso nailed in town. Animal Friend for all the love for dogs he has. Child at Heart for his childlike whimsy. And I'm also going to give him Chem Resistance. For every single circle that he was in throughout the show's run, he had to have built some type of tolerance to it.
We were about to fool around, and I said that I washed my hands, but really, I just got done playing with like 6 dogs.
And now for tag skills, he's going to get explosives, guns, and speech. Kelso's always playing with fire, literally and figuratively. Even giving a child at the library a firecracker and told him to go nuts. And guns, since he was a police officer at some point, and would have to have shown some proficiency with firearms in order to graduate from the police academy. And finally, we have speech. While he doesn't really convince people initially, he can talk his way out of a couple sticky situations, like when Red caught him in the garage, and when talking about Laurie's comfy bed without aggroing Red.
Donna, here. I'll figure this out. I like to think of myself as a Columbo of panties. Yeah. I'd say we're looking at a woman.
Overall, a Kelso build isn't that bad, but considering that intelligence is one of the most important things when acclimating skill points and everything, I wouldn't recommend it. For an overall ranking of what I think of this build, I give it a 4 out of 10. Wow, that took a long time. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did sub for more, if you did enjoy it, sub for more. If you didn't like it or you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. But I'll see you guys next time. See ya.